Nobody ever teaches you how to grieve, first of all, especially if you've experienced loss. No one teaches you how to heal. You go through that journey by yourself. And the only person who understands what it's like is yourself, because you're going through it. No?
All about Mawethu. Welcome to another episode of the Blind Fait Conversations with Us. We call these the Blind Fait Conversations with Us because, as you know, we are still in pre-production for our feature film called Blind Fait. As you know, we Besise Kimbali recently, and it was dope. But before I go on a whole rant and rave like that, welcome my brother, my high school mate, Lulama AJ Nyembezi. What's up, oh boy?
What's up, bro?
Thank you, dog. Thank you, dog.
Thank you for having me, bro.
Bro, we always bump into each other whenever we're going to auditions. And I won't lie, there was a time when I moved to Joburg and I bumped into you in an audition. I'm like, homie! After all my 10 years, bro, of not seeing each other, dog. Like, I mean, we've seen the journey, bro. We've seen the journey that you've gone on. Most recently, if you guys haven't checked out Inimba, you know the space. If you have checked out Inimba, you know the space. You know what I mean? Yeah. Make sure you catch my homie's performance over there. But bro, so we call these the Blind Fait Conversations with Us, like I had said, because we are still in pre-production for a feature film Mawethu. And this feature film is about a young girl, Cindy, who is a victim of trauma and grief in a society that is blind to her mental health. Yeah, well, she just recently lost her parents, so wapunyelwa imali. So immediately the society kind of doesn't understand where your depression or whatever would come from, because I mean, let's say it's a couple of weeks, after the parents have been buried, so you should be healing, but it's hard. What's your understanding of what mental health is?
Mental health is everything, bro. I mean, obviously with what you just said now, I think what the mistake that society makes a mistake on most of the time is obviously thinking that money solves everything, or money heals the heart, or money heals your past traumas in that case. So the expectation is that why is depressed any man? And you're still just dealing obviously with loss. Nobody ever teaches you how to grieve, first of all, especially if you've experienced loss. No one teaches you how to heal. You go through that journey by yourself. And the only person who understands what it's like is yourself, because you're going through it. And for me, mental health, bro, is just being able to be in tune with yourself. Regardless of what struggles you are going through, because life always throws curveballs and it's always going through, things. But as long as when you are still mentally stable to focus on whatever it is that you are doing, then you're still good. I think you're in a healthy mental state. Because sometimes when you're not in a mentally stable place as a person, you tend to lose yourself. You lose the focus on what you're trying to reach or what you're trying to achieve, and then you end up not being able to just even sit in silence by yourself, because you're just not in a mentally good or stable place. It's very important, especially in our industry. It's very important.
It's very, very important.
It's hard. It's very important.
Yeah, and I think that you touch about how it's important to be in control of kind of your mental state and, you know, give yourself time, especially within this industry. Mawethu, we ask now, get your hands on a Dripple Citizen Cologne, 400 Rand, including delivery nationwide, straight to your doorstep. We spoke about just the process of divorcing your character, giving yourself time to do that. How have you found that process for you? Because again, with the industry, we're so busy. Like, if we get off this job, we really trying to get onto the next job, you know, so that you can keep above the surface. Okay? So, how do you and I go about giving yourself time so that your mental health stays as healthy as possible?
Okay. Before I go into depth for that.
Yeah.
Funny, you know how they say umlomo uyadala?
Yeah.
Whatever it is that comes out of your mouth, whatever, the universe is listening, and the universe responds to what you say with your mouth. So that's why you need to be always careful what you utter with your mouth, because the universe listens. So I think for me, the reason why I say that is that I remember when I started my first TV job. It was House of Zeta season 1, and I remember I wasn't there for too long. I think I was there for 3 months of shooting, and then I remember saying after that, I just hope, because I treated that first gig with me just being there to learn, because it's my first television and like being on a full set, you know, behind camera. So I treated that as just, you know, learning, like a learning curve, what it's like to be on set and whatnot, so that I can be ready for whatever next is to come. And I remember saying there again, just speaking, you know, I said, I just hope and pray that after this gig, ngingahlala nje 2 months, like just 2 months with not shooting anything, so that I can
come back,
let this character go. So whatever comes in next, I'm starting it afresh, and it's not the same. Excuse me, it's not the same as the previous character that I was doing.
Yes.
Funny enough, the universe was listening, and it responded exactly. I sat for 2 months. 2 months not shooting anything. Yes, you get to a point where that itch comes and you want to work again. But I literally sat for 2 months, and then my next gig came, which was The Queen. On The Queen, I was only supposed to be there for, I think, for 6 weeks. I ended up being there for about 8 months of shooting. Wow! Because the character, they could see, he's doing the job. No, let's just go right more, and let's keep him. And I ended up killing the story. And then also after shooting The Queen, I chilled for 2 months, and then I started my next gig, which was Bettina Wade. Chilled again after Bettina. It was another 2 months, and then I shot another feature film, and then it's just always been that way. There's always a gap in between, like the characters that I play, which is very important. Like you said, divorcing the character, because sometimes you are in so much into that character, you can even forget yourself.
And it bleeds into your real life.
Exactly. So you need to let the character go back to yourself, and then now learn, obviously, the new character that you're getting into, and learning on a clean slate. I think also that's just part of, you know, being a creative and, you know, just exercising your creativity. Because at the end of the day, as performers and as artists, we are creative. You know, we create stories, and we tell those stories in the most truthful manner that we are able to. And then also in terms of how do I keep or stay in my mental, you know, stable place. It's very hard. I won't lie to them. There have also been times where I've kind of lost myself, especially during the times where, because also you must remember there's finances that go into you know, everything.
Even in the 2 months of not working, the expenses.
The expenses that when they haven't stopped, they're there, and then that thing kicks in. You know what I mean? And sometimes you haven't made much money, or the money that you make during whatever it is that you're shooting is only going to last you, and again, depending on how you use it, it's only going to last you for a certain phase, but also it depends on how you use it. But you know, life still goes on.
Yeah.
But I think for me, the gym has been my place of comfort, where I get to, you know.
So exercising
is very good for my mental, because I mean, I come from a sporting background.
Yeah.
So I'm used to, you know, exercising, going to the gym. It's good for my, you know, for my brain, for my health, for my mental health. Yeah.
On that note of keeping yourself exercised and mental, guys, get yourself some wings. Vitalize your mental health as well as your mind. Yes,
get some wings.
Scrap it up. Thank you, Red Bull, for giving us wings to work on our mental health. And also, sir, thank you. Also, I want to give a shout out to Indonesia Art House for allowing us to shoot with him today with the special guest, Lulama AJ Nyembezi. Make sure you follow him on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, right? And Twitter.
Yeah. Well, I'm on Twitter.
You're not Twitter.
It's just TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook.
Yeah, shout out, bro. So, we just spoke about how you keep yourself mentally grounded, and also a very important place you touched on now is how you use your money. You know, we hear about the challenges in Mfethu, and we see whatever is trending that trends in Mfethu. But what are some of the things that you went through that taught you, I need to use my money more wisely, so that I don't end up in a place where I'm now beating myself up and saying, maybe I just need to stop this career?
Yeah. Good question. So you know how, like, our industry, there's something called a dry season.
Yeah.
You could be working, maybe you work for a year, and then when the dry season hits, you are out of work for 7 months, a year or 2.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? And I remember, I think it was after the Queen, and I think so far, and again, obviously I can't disclose, I think I probably made my most money while I was on the Queen, the final season 6, season finale.
Wow.
But obviously, when the momentum is going, where you're working and you're booking things, you're thinking, oh, okay, it's gonna be like that. And mind you, also, you're trying to catch up on maybe things that you wanted to get, maybe just upgrade the place that you were staying at or whatever, because when and then moved from the Lukshi level to level where I was staying, and then it's like your financials sort of change a bit, you know? And then also that now comes in, you have to take care of yourself.
Yes, that's look.
You have to look.
And you're on TV, So when we
appearance
see you,
is very important.
When we see you, we need to see that guy we see on television. It's not the character, but you are the actor.
Yeah. Appearance is very important. So obviously, when you start making the moolah, you want to now change, obviously, your drip. You want to groom yourself.
Yeah.
You want to make sure every audition you go to, you're now joining a gym membership because you want to look the part, whatever. You want to get the role before you even speak, before you even to action. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that also plays a financial aspect in everything, because also how you eat.
Yeah.
What you put into your body is
you are what you eat.
There's also a little bit of a lifestyle change or whatever. So I think for me, my biggest lesson in that was not preparing for the dry season, because I thought, okay, because this job I did so well, character was, received well.
So of course we have and
it's not like that. You stay for some time out, and then when you start seeing my savings, that's when you wish I wish I'd actually prepared myself and just saved up more so that I can stretch with no matter what happens, I'm secured. I still have enough money to last me, even if 6 months in my savings or a year, then that's fine. I'm able to pay the bills or my just the basics, basic stuff, basic bills, rent, and also for me to be able to go to auditions, because it also pays a part.
Yeah.
Petrol or Uber or whatever it is, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that's where my lesson came from. Okay, you know what? You need to do better, especially when you're making the money. You need to utilize it. You need to just stack it up, basically.
Yeah.
So whatever happens, you've got something to rely on. But then again, sometimes life just happens. It just happens.
And then logo okushoyo so yes, life just happens. And I think though when life happens and you've kind of been disciplined enough and mentally focused enough with understanding how it works, and of course it comes with experience. It comes with, you have to take an L in order to learn the lesson. And then once we
only learn from our mistakes.
You only learn from your mistakes. And if you don't make those mistakes, sometimes, yes, you'll learn from it when somebody talks about it. But the actual you going through that mistake, it teaches you even way more. And that goes, I guess, with what you said at first, trying to find ways that make you keep the vision balanced, make you keep balanced through your exercise, through understanding how you appear. It also counts, you getting the role before you even speak, and that counts with all of the discipline and with all of the foresight. I guess kufanele ube nayo ukuthi okay, njengoba ngibamba lo 50 manje, lo 50 kumele ngo-stretch mhlawumbe ube 6 months, 5 months.
Ngibamba 50 manje. All my needs, let's say everything, whatever it is that I need to pay for. Again, some of us come from homes where you know what I mean? Of course. So, you calculate whatever it is, okay, let's say I can live off 12 or 10 with everything. So don't have the mentality of, okay, I've paid for everything, I'm going to spend some 10, it's also a little 40. That's usually a mistake. I for one, I've also been there. I've also been there. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Mele, you need to be financially savvy, man, in such a way that also discipline. Discipline sometimes you almost carter. I won't lie to you. I struggled with it for some time. I'm really plan what's okay, manje. Local. In as much as okay, there's emergencies, something happens that needs you. See your don't mind. You know what I mean? But man, like I said, it's very important to do that. It's okay, do the calculations. It's okay, it's okay. How long can it last me if I live like this? And also have the discipline to actually implement that. No matter what, I'm sticking to my guns. This is how many. Man, 10,000. I'm saying,
yes, but I see your.
But in case of the Saturday, I think again, this is just
your experience,
my experience, and also just my views of it. I think as an upcoming actor, and especially when you're still new in the game, yes, we could advise otherwise to say that, hey man, don't make the same mistakes. Just like Nancy advised us not to make the same mistakes. Do you get what I mean? Because you don't want to find yourself now, however many years later, because the first question people ask, also not understanding how much it is that you're making them, they think you're making racks, you're making gang money. You know. However, I think it's important to go through those things. Just enjoy yourself. Just spoil yourself, and then obviously you learn. There's lessons to be learned within that experience, and now we are cool. That's how you grow as a person, and you grow through your mistakes, and then you'll then be able to be in a position to make better and sound decisions. You know what I mean?
I love what you say, Bethu. Also do enjoy the fruits of your labor. Before we get into, because you spoke about something about like discipline and being financially savvy, and I guess being financially savvy also goes to investing in your own brand.
Yeah, true.
But before singene lapho Bethu, I'll ask us to the thing of enjoying your money. How would you advise like your younger self to enjoy that money, keeping in mind what you've also experienced this situation that you spoke about?
You're putting me on the spot, bro. like
there's kids watching.
Yeah, but now I don't wanna lie to the kids, bro.
Don't lie to them. Just tell them the truth.
I don't want to lie to the kids, bro, and
tell them the truth.
as a maybe I can make these.
Because I won't lie, like my first voiceover job, dog, I told her I was just finishing first year and young and now December, so you're paying, I don't care. You're paying.
What did you do? Exactly.
Yeah, so, but also further on down the line, I said to myself, you know what I mean? And that's the thing of like, oh shit, maybe had I told him I was gonna do something else. You know what I mean? So what advice would you say to your younger self?
Yo, bro, like, I don't know, but then at the same time, like, I have no regrets about it, you know what I mean? Because, like I said, I feel like
you had to go through it.
You have to go through it, especially at that young age, or when you're still new in the game. You have to go. By the way, I wasn't that much young when I first came into. I think I got my first breakthrough in the industry at 29. So I can't say I was young. I was 29. You know, so but it was a new experience for me from coming from my varsity and also just trying to work my way into the game and putting in the hours, putting
and now in. When you party,
so now,
like, hey,
you know what I mean? So it's like all that hard sweat and tears. Finally, I'm seeing the light. And also, that's what I call escapism. We all, I don't know, we do it in different ways. At some point you need, or you seek, or you want a way to escape. Not that you're escaping reality, but like, I mean, I feel like as artists and like as actors and actresses or performers, we go through so much, we spend so much time out of yourself being somebody else that when you need to go back to yourself, you just need something that, or just be in a space where you can just be free. And that's usually just over there.
So forget about because
and I'm also really sharp again. It's like, okay, now you're back to yourself. Time to work, time to grind. Sharp. You know what I mean?
So it's very important to give yourself that time of just being yourself, because you're so busy doing, you're so busy, because you know what we do as artists is we take in society so that we can communicate it through our work. You're trying to emote real emotions that real people feel. You know, so now you have to be tapped into that, so that somebody can say, "Damn, this person is really this person."
Like, sorry not to cut you off. You alone, you are going through your own life problems, whatever they may be, no matter how big or small. But you carry whatever it is that you are carrying. When as Usti, you get what I mean? And then you go carry as a character that you are playing. You know what I mean? That can weigh so much on your shoulders, you know. And you just, you know, you need, and look, some people do it different. For instance, look at in Hollywood. Denzel Washington can say in a year, I know I'm gonna shoot maybe 2 or 3 movies. After every movie that they shoot one movie, go on holiday for about a month or 2, come back, shoot the 3rd movie. After shooting that movie, go on holiday. And again, that's a way of getting back to self. But now it's so hard, especially here at Inimba in South Africa in our industry, because you are thinking money. You always just gets inspired. You're ready to jump into the next job. You're not giving yourself time to rest. You're not giving yourself time to just get back to yourself. So, I can only speak for myself, you know, and then whoever relates can relate to it. But you need that time to just get yourself back to yourself. But then again, because our industry is the way that it is, so you just always want the next job. Sometimes you're doing 2 jobs at the same time. Because why do you want the cash?
You need the cash.
You've got bills to pay. You've got a family to take care of. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like a lot of people, as people who have different ways of doing it. Some people, even here, some people they want to just go home for some time, go chill at home, buy my car, or you know, go to Cape Town.
So essentially, find what works for you.
Find what works for you.
But as long as you give yourself time to enjoy the fruits of your labor, because if you don't enjoy it, you're gonna punish yourself. You know, and then but also in that enjoying the fruits of your labor, be disciplined enough to understand what the nature of our industry is an up and down industry. So
100%.
make sure you have that discipline of I know how my life works, and I'm for you,
and be honest with when where you come from. Don't ever forget where you come from. In as much as your life is gonna change, because number one, what is change? Change is growth, or growth is change. In order for you to grow, you have to change. There's certain layers of yourself. It's like, what does a snake do? A snake sheds its skin. You too, as a person, there's certain things that you're gonna shed off because uyakula as umuntu. If you are not prepared to change certain things or certain, you know, elements about yourself, then you're not gonna grow. You know what I mean? Even as an actor, you are not gonna grow. So there's certain, as cooler or as you grow in the field, as you grow as a moon, there's certain things that change. We are constantly changing as people. You are not the same person you were 10 years ago.
No.
Do you know what I mean? You just keep changing, and sometimes you are changed by your circumstances or whatever it is. But you just need to always be able to find that balance, or find that point where you can bring yourself back to yourself, which is what most people struggle. And then for them to say depressed, you find yourself depressed. Now you are drinking because we are. Do you know what I mean? Because we carry a lot.
Because we do carry a lot, man. And you've spoken so many gems, bro. Like things that I know our audience is gonna take away. If we can go now, because I think this all feeds into even your journey of where you at now, where you're saying, you're now trying to rebrand yourself, and position yourself in a certain way, or was it abantu perceive they know what they're looking at Lulama AJ Nyembezi, the brand, you know. So how much has all of that we've spoken about right now, the growth, how has that affected you in now saying, okay, AJ, you understand what the industry now demands numbers when it comes to following. You know, you understand what the industry now needs you to kind of step out of your comfort zone of, as much as you're not a person who wants to share your everyday life, there are just little moments in your life that you have to let people in who was and want to see more of your work. So all of this that have happened, plus the discipline man, plus all of that, I guess, how are you now applying it to where you want to be in the next few years as your brand grows?
So I only started like you said, man. I've never been like a person who puts my everyday life or everything that I do in my private life on social media, you know. And again, I've just never been a social media person. I won't really share much about what my thoughts or why that is. And I think also, because I feel like a lot of people, especially the youth, have been, not brainwashed in a way, but thinking that everything that you see on social media is real. People only put certain things that they want people to see on social media. And then mind you see how it affects the youth, where they think
that's how
they end up putting themselves under pressure. Where they end up having to do is it wrong, or things that they shouldn't be doing because of babona, mang, you know, I also want to live that life. We see that in our systems, you know, how social media can affect one's life. So I think I've always had that detachment with social media when it comes to, you know, the fanciness of, you know, what social media is. Because when you finally get into the entertainment industry or into, you know, our industry, you get to see the truth behind all of that. No man, shit, this is all fake. This person looks all glamorous or whatever and on social media, but in real life,
when you get to talk to them, you understand how dark it is.
Do you know what I mean? And they also, because the more you live that fake life, whatever, you end up believing it. So you end up pushing yourself in a state where now you're depressed, you're now living for what? To keep this thing going. On social media, or what are my followers? I need to do this for them. Yeah, pay it because you're living a fake life. I've never been that person, but then also understanding how the times have changed. For instance, when COVID hit, we stopped going into face-to-face auditions. We're now doing self-tapes, you know what I mean? Yeah. So now, I remember, shout out to Uyi Tizulu. She advised me to get it was just a conversation. With the little money that you make, let's say you are working now, obviously teaching them the financials, savviness or whatever, to say that, okay, maybe we stretch it out, pay yourself from, let's say, the 50K that you've made, but also within that, invest in yourself. You know what I mean? Invest in you being that person. The money that you make, let's say, for instance, okay, now let's figure into a point where we're now doing self-tapes. What do self-tapes require? You need to have a good camera. You need good lighting, so that even the producers or the directors, when they see your self-tape, they see you fully, because you are selling yourself at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So if you are coming, how are you going to book that job if your camera and your lighting is, because now they don't get to see you, because they need to picture you to, okay, what's the setting with all the lights? How's this person going to look? They need to see that vision that they have based on that character. So you invest in yourself. Like I ended up doing, got a ring light. So when I have to do a self-tape, I can just put my light on, put my phone, or change my phone to a better. And not all of us can do that. Some people now tend to put people, let's say if they still being financed by Abazal, put parents under pressure with, I need an iPhone or whatever. No, there's other phones, man. You get what I mean? But you need to come back and invest in yourself. For instance, Mina Manje, like again, learning the social media, you know, thing. I'm in a space where now I want to rebrand, you know, in terms of also appearance, how I rock up, in terms of, you know, I wear what I'm wearing, or how, you know, I get to that. So there's a designer that I'm about to work with now. I won't reveal the name of it. There's a designer that I'm about to work with now, and yeah, man, I'm so glad that we actually met up with each other, and she understands the vision, and yeah, I understand, you know, her vision, and you know, also as a company, and yeah, there's some serious stuff.
And again, that's about just getting back to yourself, reinvesting in yourself, understanding Uguti.
That's gonna bring more work. You get what I'm
It's your brand.
I've never been a person, for instance, I still don't believe in the numbers thing. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why does it matter how many followers do I have? Well, what does that have to do with my acting? I've acquired this skill. I went to experience, and I went to study acting. I'm a trained actor. I'm a trained thespian through and through. You get what I mean? I'm passionate about it. And then sometimes, now, like, where do the numbers get involved? For instance, Manje, Mele, Mbe, TikToker, or an influencer, in order for me to get to book his spot. No, I'm a trained actor. You get what I mean? But you also just need to understand the change of times, and what works, what doesn't work. How you can also, with just this one thing, you can also just expand to other things. Just have multiple streams of income.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's also work. Is the discipline of working on your brand, the discipline of working on yourself, understanding what this is my skill set, and this is what is telling me.
And also, how can you use that to your advantage to say that? So I'm like, okay, man, listen. And as much as I'm not for this, but how can I use it to my advantage?
Yes.
That it works for me,
for you,
and that, you know, it gets to bring an extra bag.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let me work on myself. Let me rebrand myself.
And without compromising
who I am, without compromising what I'm for. I'm a thespian first before anything else.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm a thespian first before anything else.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean now, Guti, downplay yourself, or don't be smart about it.
And don't adapt to the times.
Don't adapt with the time.
You have to
be innovative. You know what I mean? And especially if you're something cool as a person, you don't know what may come. I think another person that's doing that very well, and whom I respect and look up to, amongst other people that I've always looked up to as an actor, but I think Pratapelo Mukwena is doing that well.
He does it very, very well.
Good job
He does it very,
treating
very
himself
well.
as a brand, you know, but still being in his lane. And do you get what I
mean?
Yeah.
Now he does it
Shout
very,
out to
very well.
Mukwena.
Shout out to Tapelo Mukwena.
So but I mean, and also there's other people also,
that are
gents
doing
that are
it,
coming in now and again, and that are doing the likes of Otimbo, do you know what I mean? So it's very
really
important, but also
yourself as a brand.
But don't lose yourself. Don't lose, you know, that
who you are,
that passion. We thespians, bro.
Thespians, and the work will always speak for itself. You know, there's so much we've spoken about, the discipline, the reinvesting it back into yourself. You also enjoying the fruits of your labor, because that's something we can forget. It's easily forgotten, because just trying to make sure you are making a living off of what you are passionate about.
But not a lot of people can say that.
Not a lot of people can say that.
Not a lot of people can say, I'm doing what I love, and I get to get paid to do what I love. Not a lot of people can say that.
Did you think when we were in matric, because we went to high school together, we were in the same campus together, can you imagine that?
Yo!
Shout out Miss Catherine Hampton!
Catherine Hampton.
Yeah.
Shout out to you.
You did it. Look at where we are now.
You did the thing.
You know, Fetu, did you ever think, bro, Uguti, within the short time you've been in the industry, you would one day reach that level where you can speak so much about your experience that it will help somebody else that's coming into the industry?
Not at all, but so I think you know this.
Yeah.
I had always wanted to be a professional soccer player. And I always used to say that I want to touch people's lives through soccer. You know, through my story, my journey, whatever. Because sometimes people make a mistake of hearing how you speak and thinking that I come from softness. No. You just had to learn.
Yeah.
You then, you had to equip yourself. You train yourself to then become the. Because I remember when I first went to a multiracial school or whatever, I couldn't speak a word of English. You know what I mean? But I had to learn, because I was always that person who I don't want to be the only one or odd one out.
Yeah.
I want to be able to be in that room and also conversate with people, and you know what I mean? But I never thought, one day I'd be in it, because also how that came about, I told you, is that through that final exam trick, I remember Miss Hampton was sitting in the corner. They were in a chair because we had external moderators. Moderators are sitting in the front as a panel. And we performing how many pieces?
Yeah, it was like
3 or 4.
Yeah, 3 or 4 pieces.
Movement piece,
a scene,
monologue, and a poem.
And a poem.
And then they had to be connected, whatever.
Yeah, it has to be a production with all your group members.
Yeah. So I remember when I finished my piece, and now we obviously done because we closed off mine, and the moderators got out, a standing ovation.
Bro.
And at that time, it's not clicking because I'm not really passionate about this. I'm just doing it or whatever, and they start, and then obviously give me feedback and tell me how good it was, whatever. And she's there bawling her eyes out, crying. And they look at her. When they look at her, she then says, "You don't understand how I have to push and make this boy realize that he's got the talent to go forward, to become professional, whatever." And still at that time, it didn't sink into me. I'm like, Tino, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not knowing that she didn't have to be in that state. She could have easily just been a teacher to say that, okay, I'm just here to teach what you teach. If you adapt, if you don't adapt, it's up to you. If you pass or you don't pass, it's up to you. But she was so passionate, you know.
Yeah, she was
very passionate. So eventually when I then decide that I'm stopping to pursue soccer, and this is now after 4 years of pursuing soccer, playing on a semi-professional level, I now think, okay, if I stop this, what am I going to do? And I remember sitting in my room, and then light bulb, that moment comes back. Hey man,
actually,
if she was so passionate about it, am I really good at this thing? Okay, what I have to lose? Let's try it out. But if I'm going to try it out, I'm going to do it the right way. Let me apply, let me go acquire the skill, let me go study this thing. Which is what now a lot of youngsters, they don't want to understand. They don't want to go through the training.
They don't want to go through the training.
Because the training teaches you so much.
Yeah.
It's very important.
Without the training, man, you will crumble in this industry. You will crumble. The amount of rejection that
you face in a year is more than any other person in the other, career paths face. And Mutlati said this. Mutlati said this. As an actor or actress, the amount of rejection you face, even in just a month, you get to. Sometimes it's not like verbally said to you, but you get to see it. We go into an audition room together. You waiting for the call back or whatever. You don't get the call.
Just
watching TV.
Oh no!
No, it's audition. immediately
that's rejection.
That's rejection. You have to deal with it.
And you have to be well done, my brother.
Do you know what I mean? And you have to
I'll
be
get the
happy,
next
bro.
one.
And it's that. And that's also how you get blessed in this industry. The more you clap for others, the bigger and better your reward is going to be. Our times are not the same.
Not the same.
Our times are not the same. God does things and and whatever it is, yonke into isikhathi sakhe. Wonke umuntu la emhlabeni unesikhathi sakhe. Everybody's got their own time. And like they always say, for as long as the dice is rolling,
keep going.
Keep going.
Keep going.
For as long as the dice is rolling,
keep going. Keep going.
Keep going.
Lulama AJ Nyembezi. On that note, bruh.
And I'm proud of you as well. Like,
thank you, kid.
Because I remember the first time. This was now after we had seen each other like in high school. And obviously from like our class, Zanda Zake, Catherine Hampton.
Man.
You sort of wonder who from the class or whatever is gonna pursue this thing or whatever. And I remember I actually didn't know, and then I saw you on a commercial. I was like, let's go. I was like, let's go. And then we bumped into each other in the audition. I was like,
it's happening.
And you've been booking these commercials.
Hey, dog, we tried. Shut up. There was a long time, like I told you, there was a long time when I wasn't booking it, and I just decided the actor still has to act. So in order for me to act, what I need to do is write my own things, produce my own things, direct my own things, and that made me understand the business of the industry more, and realize that the passion needs to go hand in hand with the business. You know what I mean, bro?
So I think for me as well, that's something that people sometimes miss, and especially when they now see you on TV, they assume that you had it easy, and also it's not like a cliche thing. Or sometimes it can seem like it's cliche. Every actor has got a story to tell. In life in general, you are writing your own book. You get what I mean? Before I got my first gig, this is now apart from the commercial, because I did my first commercial when I was doing my final year in university, before I graduated. And then, so I went, in my final year, went to Germany. I was doing a theater piece, went to Germany. And obviously, it's like, I've been to Germany or whatever,
with my acting,
playing lead role. I'm sorry. When I get back to SA, I'm going straight to Joburg. I'm going to Jollywood or whatever. Come on, I'm so Germany.
You are humbled very fast.
Very fast. It was, I think, about 3 years before I got my first role. 3 years of just doing other things, doing promotions, doing road shows, just to make ends meet. That time I'm staying in Tembisa.
Because the actor must act.
You know what I mean?
Hey, bro.
Shout out to Lulama staying in one room at Tembisa, but we knew what we had. We knew what was driving us, and there was no point that we were going to give up on the dream.
You've already come this far.
We've already come this far. What more do we have to lose? And I remember even at home, bro, getting a call. No, come home if you're struggling this much, because now you're always calling, asking for money, this, that. I want to cross, I want to come back home. It's like,
real conversation.
I'm not going home.
Those are real
this thing,
conversations.
I'm here to do this and I'm gonna do it, and it will pay off. And again, it just took that belief and whatnot, you know. And yeah, sometimes that too can be very strenuous, you know, all the struggles that you
On your mental
that
health.
you go through, on your mental health, whatever, you know, and it shouldn't kill you to a point where now you've received this gift or this blessing, and you don't use it, or you don't know how to receive or use the blessing that you've now been blessed with.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Bless abantu bakini, awuhambe wena.
No, humble.
Bless abantu bakini, bless uNkulunkulu.
Faith.
When you get that opportunity,
Kumbu.
and just use it wisely, man. You know what I mean? Yes, there's times to have fun, have the fun, but also respect the craft, respect the work, respect the craft.
Yeah. Sir, thank you so much, my brother.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you. Oh, by the way, guys, this smells so great, man.
Appreciate
Drink
it.
well. This smells so great. I need a bottle. I need a bottle.
I smell
fresh right now.
Yes, sir. And it lasts the whole day, dog.
Yeah.
I see
Projection. The projection is very good.
Thank you so much, my king. Thank you so much. Don't forget to get your hands on the triple citizen cologne. I'm on 350 pay, up there to 400, including the delivery. Shout out to Red Bull for keeping our mind and body vitalized, working on our mental health. AJ Lulama Nyembezi, thank you so much, King.
Yeah, man.
Really appreciate
it. Thank you for having me here.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it.
And with everything that you're going to still achieve, bro, let's keep flying. And may God bless you, dog, continuously, my brother.
Thank you, my king. You too.
Thank you so much, King. Thank you so much. Watch this man on Inimba.
Inimba, guys, 161.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.